All right. With that said, let's get our guest speaker up here. Ladies and gentlemen, this young man he used to hail from Southern California. As you know, he was an actor. He also was a bartender, very active in Hollywood and commercials and things. And all of a sudden got involved with ACN and saw an opportunity for himself to explode his business, got busy, put his head down, went to work, let go of a couple of jobs. The next thing you know, he's doing so well. His wife said, hey, I got to have somewhere to take my horses and play with them. And so after getting and living in Southern California, they set their eyes on Oregon. They set their eyes on Oregon, or was it South Washington? And they set their eyes because she saw some property she wanted to put her horses on. And they wanted some little area to spread out on, some where they have the ducks on the lake. And I tell you what, he decided, okay, honey, let's do it. He's got a beautiful daughter. He takes on all the international trips with us. I must have seen him for the last 6 or 7 years on all the trips. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give those that have never met him, give a warm welcome. He'll tell you a little bit about himself to none other than the Regional Vice President, Mr. Dean Tarrolly.
What's up, Mr. T? Good to see you guys. Man, I was thinking I might get the message from Senior Vice President Al Thomas, and I thought the message might be something like, Dean, I know we asked you back for a 7th year of this, but you know what? Everyone's had enough. Thank you for your service. And we're going to go famous casting director line from Hollywood. We're going to go in a different direction. So, but that didn't happen. So you guys are stuck with me for Thursdays in April at 9 o'clock. So I was like having fun with that. But Mr. T, I appreciate it. I appreciate you and your friendship. Your leadership. You guys, I know that there's some new people that maybe haven't heard me before. So let me say this, kind of start where I always do. Al Thomas is a senior vice president in our company. He was tremendously successful before ACN. Took that work ethic, brought it into this company, having some networking experience, and applied it here. And all these years later, still here. And he puts this call together. And I am guessing, actually, it's not a guess. I know that the majority or a lot of people on this call, Al Thomas has no financial interest in. What does that mean? He puts on a call for people, creating an environment where people can come in and learn from leaders in different teams in different areas. And between he and Mr. Clemens, his right-hand man, like that's no joke. And it surprises me sometimes when, it's like sometimes parents get taken for granted. And I just hope you guys don't take this forum or this environment for granted. And here's the thing. This is going to be part of what I'm going to talk about all month long. Applying what you're learning. You got to apply actually, you know what? You don't. You don't have to apply what you're learning. But I figure if you don't apply what you're learning, it's kind of like, what good is it? Does that make sense to anybody? Like if you don't, like I did a call, I don't know if it was whatever, months ago. Let's see. In fact, I got to make a note of this really quick. So one of the things that I've said in the past is, I'm writing it right down with you guys. So, I am in this with you. So I know many of you have heard me say this before and some of you haven't, because this is the first go around. But to me, maybe not to you, maybe not to your family, maybe not to other leaders on this call, but to me, unapplied knowledge is useless. It's useless. So you know how to someone teaches you how to use a tool to fix something in a car engine. That's awesome. You have that knowledge. It is going to be very useful when something happens in your car and you were taught and you know what to do, right? But I want to make a point. That example is reactionary. Something happened, you have the knowledge. In our business, it's not just reactionary, and this is not even a real word. It's actionary. It's something that you have to understand that you're going to be the driving force in your business. So that's you taking action regardless of the environment, regardless of your circumstances, regardless of those things. So it's really important, I think, to understand that. So I was thinking about this. So Mr. T, thank you. It's great to see you. Long-winded way of saying I appreciate you. And I know I speak on behalf of everybody here that they all appreciate what you put together for everyone. So I've had a lot of conversations with people on my team recently. And we just, not long ago, we were all together at the National. I'm going to talk about, a couple of the changes and the things that are coming. I'll do that in short order. But here's the thing that I thought about. And by the way, we have the Tahoe leadership coming up in just over a month, you guys. Tony's coming. He's going to go into detail on the new services. I'm telling you, by the way, and we added someone, I'm going to share that with you. We added another leader that's going to be training. It's going to be insane. I'm telling you, it's going to be nuts. Anyway, so I got to thinking about this and Al, I actually don't even mind if we want to take a couple minutes. I mean, it's obviously up to you and Mr. Clemens. We can open this up. So I want some people to be able to hear that they're not the only ones that may have thoughts, feelings, ideas about what I'm about to share. And we don't have to take a lot of time to do it, but if you're open and if we can do that, not to create a huge detour here, but I think it's important. And I want to give you guys value for the time that you're spending with me right now. And I certainly want to have value and have Mr. Thomas see value for, however many years now, 5 or 6 years that I've been doing this. So I really gave this thought today. So here's the conflict. By the way, can y'all hear me okay? Am I coming in good? Y'all good? All right. So listen, buckle up because this is going to be very direct to start the month. There are conflicting ideas that people have that exist when someone does ACN. Now, some of you might be going, what in the heck is he talking about? I'm telling you, I've been doing this for a long time. And there are conflicting ideas that we have to, and I'm going to try to get resolved. And I know it for a fact because I've been doing this for a long time. And here's the conflicting idea. And then Mr. T, if you can open up your mic, you and I can go back and forth on this for a second. And then maybe 1 or 2 people, if they have a thought about this, we're gonna help. I hope help with a big issue. Here goes. You and I know that when someone signs up and when you sign up in ACN, this is important to you. It's personal. Like you're on a journey. You're on a path. You set a goal. You want to get after it. You all agree with me? That is a personal decision. It is a personal commitment. Yes or no? And what do we tell you when you're out there in the world? What do we say? Listen, you guys, it's just what? It's just business. Don't take it what? Don't take it personally. How in the hell? Okay, you guys, I can't, I'm going to stop like guarding my language. So Mr. Thomas, if this one gets posted, I'm not telling you that you and Mr. Clemens have to post it, but I'm just telling you today, you might post, if you post it, it might include something like a disclaimer. Right? I don't know if you guys beep out my words when I, anyway, you guys think about this. This is freaking important. We want it to be personal because it's us. We have to take some, what do we say? What have I trained you guys on in the past? Personal pride. Take some pride in your work. Take some pride in how you treat your business. But when someone gives you responses, we say, don't take it personally. Mr. Thomas, can you unmute for a second? I want you to hear, and I have no idea, although I can guess what his answer is or his take on this. But you guys, this is I think it is incredibly important. This is a personal business that you guys have a stake in that can impact the quality of your life and impact the quality of other people's lives that you touch. But we're also telling you, don't take it personally. Someone says no, someone's not interested. Just brush it off, move on, play the numbers game, get to the next one. Well, Dean, you're saying that this is personal to me, which it is, but you're saying don't take it personally. Go ahead, Mr. T.
You were going to say something. I'm sorry, I'm listening.
Yeah, I want you to say anything. The relationship as a senior vice president between taking your business personally, but don't take the reactions of people personally.
Oh, correct, because it's a numbers game, and you can't get hung up on the ones who say no. It's when I see no, I flip it upside down. It means on to the next person. That's why I got to move to the next person, because it's my business. But I don't take the reaction no matter what they say, yes, no, and impartial. It doesn't matter. And don't let your emotions get in the way.
Now, I want you guys to think about this. This is someone who's a seasoned professional and veteran, and he said he takes the word no and flips it over and turns it to the word on for on to the next. There it is. No, on to the next. Now, let me tell you guys something. Just so you know how I'm dealing with you guys this month. I had no idea what he was going to say. I had a clue of that he had a way to handle it, because you can't be a senior vice president without knowing how to handle it. But for some people out there, what happens is this: hey, this is personal to me, but don't take it personally. How do I not do that? How do I separate? This is a personal business that means a lot to me, but I'm getting maybe some reactions, or maybe maybe a lack of support by a loved one. Maybe I'm getting resistance from people out there. Well, this is a very interesting topic, you guys. And this is something that we deal with how often? Every damn day you do this business. Every day. So we better get this thing reconciled quickly. So here's what I'd like to do for just a minute or two. Actually, only 1 minute per person. If there's a couple of you that have a thought, or maybe this has struck a chord, I just want to hear your thought about this idea of this being personally important to you, but not taking it personally, and maybe something that you've experienced that's been a challenge for you in that. And then I'm going to move on. So I don't care who it is, but maybe Mr. Clemens, we can see if somebody raises their hand or puts a thumbs up that they would want to share.
I'm raising hands.
Oh, a Platinum Regional Vice President, Renata Krumer. Awesome.
From Venice, Italy. How are you?
Wow.
I know you're so good, darling. Even Venice cannot stay here without feeling so much. Al Thomas, Jeffrey, you, Dean, Tarrolly, you guys, I learned from you so much in the past 13 years. And in terms of taking it personally, but I let it go. I take it personally. You know why? Because I think it's a blessing. I think it's a blessing. First of all, ACN is a blessing. Second of all, to run with me, it's a blessing. But I also learned that any blessing needs to be deserved. If it's not your time, it's absolutely fine. Because being with us, there is so much positive reinforcement and everything else. You might need to learn from somebody aggressive, and you might need negative reinforcement, and you're not going to get it here because everybody's behaving. And as a result, you need a different coach. Does it mean that I'm bad or you bad? No, you need a different coach. And you're going to go. Like, I realized that you on, and I thought, hey, I learned from Dean in the past 13 years so much. Let me plug in. And even Al Thomas, I seen his handsome face as well. It's double dipping. We love it. And I have to tell you how much I love and appreciate you. And the fact that it's possible not to take it personally, it's the same. You know, if I treat ACN as like my child, nobody can say that my child is ugly, guys. I'm sorry. You might not like the child. You walk away. You're not saying anything negative. That's how I treat ACN. This is my baby. You might not like it. No compliments needed. You're not mentioning that it's ugly because it's gorgeous. So that's me and ACN, and I love you guys. And I want everybody to win. And I cannot wait to travel together. I love you so much.
Miss Renata,
Yes, darling.
Al Thomas here. Happy belated birthday, everybody. It's this past Sunday, 4 days ago, was her birthday.
Only 61 and still adorable. Thank you so much. And
happy birthday. We just want to say happy birthday to you.
Thank you so
4
much. I
days
love
ago.
you.
Last
Thomas.
Sunday.
Ben, it's great to see you. Thank you for that. That was right on point. And that's amazing. And I have some more news about Renata in a little bit. Anybody else? One other person that
Douglas Wolf.
Relationship between doing this business and taking it personally, but not taking it personally. And go ahead, Bush.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'll give you an example. Last October, I had signed up a gentleman out of the Detroit area, and I invested a lot of time with him, trying, getting him qualified, inviting him to all the events, all the training virtually, local, everything. He didn't want to come out, and initially I felt like this is my baby. I gotta raise this person to be an adult in ACN. But then I realized he doesn't want to do it. He wants to do his own thing. And I said, you know what? That's okay. You do your thing. You come back when you want to. And then what that did was I just kept going. I just kept going on to the next, on to the next. In February, I signed up a gentleman out of Minnesota. He is on fire. And I just signed up another lady out of Florida on Friday. They're both very excited. And I've got a couple of other people that I've signed up, and it's all, but to take it personally, you mentioned, our loved ones. I don't want to take too much time here. My parents don't believe in anything I do. They see, oh, look, your life is a mess. You haven't done anything for 12 years, blah, blah, blah. But things are happening. Things are happening. I just can't make them see that. It is personal and it hurts, but I can't let that hurt keep me down. I just keep moving.
Awesome. So listen, you guys, I know we could open this up to everybody. I just wanted to get a couple of examples in. Douglas, I'm sorry I can't get to you yet, but let me just share this with you guys. Kush, I really appreciate that. Renata, love and adore you. Appreciate what you said. And I appreciate what Al said. Here's the message. You can and should take your business personally. You should have personal pride in the environment, in the skills, taking some time, not all day, every day, but taking consistent time to learn, get better, train, right? You should take the time to do that. And what will happen is you will realize that it is in your best interest to take yourself and your business very personally, but you cannot take the responses of others personally because you don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know what experience they have had. You do not know their ups and downs, the roller coaster of a network marketing. Maybe they've done 7 businesses and never made a dime. And like Renata said, thank God they came across you, because you're not going to let that happen this time. Right? I got news for you guys. If somebody tells me they've done 4 network marketing companies, guess what that tells me? That they like network marketing. They just haven't found the right vehicle or the right leader. They know that it works. That's what it tells me. It doesn't tell me I'm bringing on some failure. That's not what it tells me at all. Here's what it says, you guys. You have to, right out of my notes for you guys today, you have to take personal pride in your development, but you cannot take the responses of others personally. Listen, please write this down. I'm asking you guys to write this down. And I know some of you are driving. Adrian, don't get in an accident. Freddie, keep it between the lines. But here's what I'm telling you. You are responsible to your team. You are not responsible for your team, right? You are responsible to them. What are you responsible to do? To create an environment where they can win, to teach, help, mentor, and support them. Sometimes it's soft love, sometimes it's tough love, but you need to be there for them. And I would tell you guys, if you have an agreement with the new people that have joined your team, it should go something like this. Do I have your permission to be your coach? I have a new business partner. I believe she's on here. Don't worry. Let's see here. Yep. So I have a new business partner on here. Her name is Sherry. And Sherry, don't worry, I'm not going to make you speak. She's like, oh my God, I'm not. But I am going to tell you this. We have that agreement. And guess what? Well inside of her first 30 days, she's got her first 2 business partners. She's about to hit executive team leader. She's about to get her promotional bonuses. All these things are happening because there's a willingness and an agreement in the beginning to follow the system, be willing to be coached through what it is that we do. And you guys, here's another thing that I think is important for you to know, is that we run into challenges when we do not properly set the expectation for the new person. Listen, you do not have to train them on everything to go regional director and regional vice president in their first day. How about we just get to the next mile marker? Now, look, you guys, I'm going to be really clear with you. What ACN has done and the announcements that they have made, you're going to hear me say this every Thursday that I'm with you this month. Here goes. The fact that ACN made an alteration to the comp plan, and by the way, it is not set in stone. It is not forever. This is a promotion where a new IBO joins the team and they qualify with 2 services and 5 points. Oh my God. The time where there was more momentum in ACN than in any other time since I've been in the company was when a qualification released bonuses for 2 services and 5 points. You guys have people now, we are going to be qualifying people in their first 30 minutes, done. Now, I want you to know, if we in the field do not produce with this change, I am telling you, they're going to change it. I'm telling you right now. Like, it's just my feeling. They're going to change it. But if we hit it and we hit it hard and we have people getting qualified and we have people getting promoted and then we have bonuses being released and all this happens, do not be surprised if they keep it. How great would that be if it was 2 services and 5 points for the foreseeable future? Amazing. That's not their responsibility. That is our responsibility. Here's the second thing I want you to know. There's people getting promoted. There's a lot of people getting promoted to positions. So look, you guys, there's a lot of regional director promotions happening all over the place. There are regional vice president promotions happening. They were at the national and right after the national. There are senior vice president promotions happening all over the place. Here's my question. Why not you? Why not you? Are you falling into that category of getting knowledge of stuff but not applying it? Well, then you shouldn't be promoted. Right? I mean, I don't know how else to say it. There's not a place on the report that says, wow, they know a lot. There's no column for that. There's no column for I didn't miss a training call. There's no column for I didn't miss one Zoom. There's no column for that. Here's what the columns show you. How many customers, how many team members, how many people getting promoted, and how many people are coming to the national. I love the fact that every single day that Al does this call, he is a countdown to the next national in September. I think it's awesome. I think it's genius. People go, well, that's not a big deal. Really? That's a countdown. That's putting us on the clock. That's holding us accountable and responsible for what it is that we want these events to do for us. So what do we do now? If we're going to take this person, if we're going to be personal, we're going to take our business personally, but not take other people's reaction personally. And we want to build into the fall event in September in Orlando, Florida. You guys, let me be so clear with you about this. Every day that goes by right now, we are that much closer to ACN launching home and auto insurance and financial and online banking. You've got to be freaking kidding me. You got to be kidding me. You guys, we have the opportunity to build into the launch of the 2 largest things that I think the company's ever going to do. And I'm a huge Impact Health Sharing fan. I have it. I'll tell you guys the story maybe in the next call or 2 about what happened with Antonia when she broke her leg up here, all handled by Impact. But I want to tell you guys something. Let me ask you a question. Mr. T, are we good for a couple minutes? I know it's 9:33. Are you sure? Are you sure? You can just do it. You can give me this. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. I want you guys to think about this, and I'm looking to see whose cameras are on. When is the last time you wrote a paper check? Douglas Wolf. That's the one hand I thought might go up. Douglas, do not tell me you wrote more than 5 paper checks this month, because if you did, let me be the first to welcome you to the 21st century. Those days are over. I'm telling you guys, people bank online. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Yeah, I forgot Rick Kubiak too. There's always two. There's two of those kinds of apples in a bunch. Shocking. Let me welcome you as well, Rick. My point is this: getting paid on checking accounts, credit cards, debit cards, platinum cards, gold cards, mortgages, personal loans, small business loans, all these things. And now a new rep can join the team at the end of this year. They become a rep. They sign up their own online banking. They get their own credit and debit card that they're getting paid on. They can do their own mortgages, loans, their home insurance, their auto insurance, all these different things that they have to pay for that you're getting paid on. I have one question for you. Here it is. Do you want it? Do you want the question? How many people do you want on your team the day we launch that service? Yeah, Al said all of them. Renata's probably trying to recruit people in Venice. Here's my point. You guys, someone that you know is going to be talked to by someone about ACN. So how do we create this momentum? Not activity. Activity leads to momentum. How do we create momentum? We need activity. How do we do that? We get people educated on how we do this. How do we do that? We got to pour into people and then take action. So between now and September, there's events. And you guys, by the way, you're going to hear me say this on every event until the thing sells out. And here's why: because we have Tony Kupas coming to Tahoe, and I'm telling you guys, we have a limited amount of space. We're 5 weeks away, and I promised I would show you guys something. So let me just bring this up. Whether you do this or not, whether you want the information or not, listen. Let me be clear with you guys. Hopefully, you know I love you. Y'all know that, yes or no? Okay. Let me tell you this as well. Whether you go or not, I don't care. That's up to you. But you're going to know what's up. So here you go. Let me share it so you have it and you can see it. And you guys can screenshot this. I will put my email in the chat so you have it. And there we go. Can you guys see my screen? You guys see the lady in red? Look at who we added to the training. Renata Krumer is going to be training at the event. Myself, Kerry Roeder, Jocelyn Driscoll, Efren, Jeff, Mike Basutti, who needs no introduction, and obviously co-founder Tony Kupas. We arrive on Wednesday, May 7th, training all day on May 8th, and half of a day on May 9th, and that is happening in Lake Tahoe. There you go. This is to bridge the gap into all these other events. Do you need to be there? No, you don't. Do you need to be on this call with Al Thomas? No, you don't. I would tell you guys, I'm going to leave it up for 5 seconds. Screenshot it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. I'm going to put my email in the chat. If you want information, great. If you don't, you can't say that you didn't know. But I do know this. Every day we get closer to the launching of these services is one day that could put a new line and a new leg of business in your organization. That's the way I'm looking at this. How many Starbucks, how many McDonald's, how many Lowe's, how many Chick-fil-A's, how many online stores can you have leading into this? You guys, I'm telling you, I'm flipped out. I think this was one of the most genius moves the company has ever made. Because here's what I know. There are 44 people on this call. And here's what I know. 44 people have a checking account, a bank account, a savings account, credit cards, debit cards, and all those things. I'm going to make a point. How would you guys feel right now if you knew that everybody on this call was on your team and they all had their own fintech online banking set up? And oh, by the way, you're getting paid a piece of every single transaction that happens. Could that keep you up at night? Now, look, I don't mind being excited for you guys. Like for those of you who know me, like, you know, I'm trying to come out of my shell and trying to, you know, be a little more outgoing and sort of positive, but I'm telling you guys this. You're not going to, listen, let me tell you this before I type this in. Let me type this in first. There you go. My email is in the chat. Email me if you want the information. Let me tell you guys something. You cannot say you didn't know. You cannot say you didn't have the information. So guess what it comes down to now? And this is my last thought, Mr. T. Between now and the launch of these services, there's only one issue at hand. Did you take action? That is it. It is happening. It is launching. How big of a piece of that massive pie do you want? And we'll see it because we'll see who's taking action that leads to activity that has a chance to lead into momentum. And I want you guys to think about this, that when those services launch, your business is in full-blown momentum where people are signing up without you, they're getting services without you, they're developing leaders without you. Are you willing to pay that price between now and then to develop the type of system and be a part of the type of system that would make that happen? That's what you have to decide. Mr. T, I took an extra 10 minutes. Sorry about that. I'm going to turn it back over to you. I hope that this was helpful today.